Thrice the brinded cat hath mewed.
Thrice said once the hedge pig whined. Harpier cries, 'tis time, 'tis time.
Round about the cauldron go, in the poisoned entrails throw. Toad that under cold stone days and nights is 31. Sweltered venom sleeping got, boil thou first in the charmed pot. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Lay of Betty snake, in the cauldron boil and bake. Eye of newt and toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog.
Adder's fork and blindworm sting, lizard's leg and owlet's wing, for a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth boil and bubble.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Scale of dragon, tooth of wolf, witch's money, maw and gulf of a ravened salt sea shark. Root of hemlock, date in the dark.
Finger of birth-strangled babe, dish delivered by a drab. Make the gruel thicken slab, add thereto a tiger's chaudron for the ingredients of our cauldron. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Cool it with a baboon's blood, then the charm is firm and good.
So well done. I commend your pains, and everyone shall share in the games. Now about the cauldron sing, like elves and fairies in a ring, enchanting all that you put in. Black spirits and white, red spirits and grey, mingle, mingle, you that mingle may. Titty, tiffin, keep it stiffin, Phaedrake, Packy, make it lucky. Lion, robin, you must bobbin, suckin' and pigeon, come closer a smidgen. Round, around, about, all ill come running in, all good keep out. Is the blood of a bat, put in that, put in that. Is liver's bane, put in again. A juice of toad, the oil of adder, those will make the younger matter. Put in their all and rid the stench, nay, here's 3 ounces of the red-haired wench. Round, around, about, all ill come running in, all good keep out. Around, about, all ill come running in, all good keep out.
By the pricking of my thumb, something wicked this way comes.
How now, you secret black and midnight hags? What is it you do?
A deed without a name.
I conjure you by that which you profess, however you come to know it, answer me. Though you untie the winds and let them fight against the churches, though yeasty waves confound them, swallow navigation up, though bladed corn be lodged and trees blown down, though castles topple on their warders' heads, though palaces and pyramids do slope their heads to their foundations, though the treasure of nature's germans tumble altogether, even till destruction sicken, answer me to what I ask you.
Speak, demand, we'll answer. Say if thou'st rather hear from our mouths or from our masters.
Call him, let me see him.
Pour in sow's blood that hath eaten. Her 9 pharaoh, grease that swin from murder's gibbet throw into the flame. Come high or low, thyself in office deftly show.
Tell me, thou unknown power.
He knows thy thought. Hear his speech, but say thou not.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth. Beware Macduff. Beware the Thane of Fife. Dismiss me and none.
Whatever thou art, for thy good caution thanks. Thou hast harked my fear aright. But one word
He
more.
will not be commanded. another more potent than the first.
Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth.
Had I 3 ears, I'd hear thee.
Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of man, for none of women born shall harm Macbeth.
Then live, Macduff. What need I fear of thee? Yet I'll make assurance double sure. Take a bond of faith. Thou shalt not live, that I may tell pale-hearted fear it lies, and sleep in spite of thunder. What is this that rises like the issue of a king, and wears upon his baby brow the rounded top of sovereignty?
Listen, but speak not to.
Be lion-mettled proud, and take no care who chafes, who frets, or where conspirers are. Macbeth shall never vanquished be, until great Vernon Wood, to high Dunsinane Hill, shall come against him.
That will never be! Who can impress the forest, beat the tree, and fix his earthbound root? Sweet Bodeman's good! Rebellious dead rise never till the wood of Burnham rise, and our high-placed Macbeth shall live the lease of nature, pay his breath to time and mortal custom. Yet my heart throbs to know one thing. Tell me, if your art can tell so much, will Banquo's issue ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more.
I will be satisfied! Deny me this, and an eternal curse fall on you. Let me know!
Show.
Thou art too like the spirit of Banquo. Down! Thy crown does sear mine eyeballs. And thy hair, thou other gold-bound brow, is like the first. A third is like the former. Filthy hags! Why do you show me this? A fourth, sod eyes. I'll see no more. And yet, a fifth appears, who bears a glass which shows me many more. And some I see that 2 full balls and treble scepters carry. Horrible sight! Now I see 'tis true. For the blood-boltered Banquo smiles upon me and points at them for his. What? Is this so?
Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart.
Where are they? Gone? At this pernicious hour, stand I accursed in the calendar. Come in without there.
What's your grace's will?
Saw you the weird sisters?
No, my lord.
Came they not by you?
No, indeed, my lord.
Infected be the air whereon they ride, and damned all those who trust them. I did hear the galloping of horse. Who was it came by?
'Tis 2 or 3, my lord, that bring you word Macduff is fled to England.
Fled to England.
Aye, my good lord.
Time, thou anticipatest my dread exploits. The flighted purpose ne'er is overtook unless the deed go with it. From this moment, the firstlings of my heart shall be the firstlings of my hand. Even now, to crown my thoughts with actions, be it thought and done. The castle of Macduff I will surprise, seize upon Fife, give to the edge of the sword her wife, her babes, and all unfortunate souls who trace her in her line. No more boasting like a fool. This deed I'll do before this purpose cool.
What had she done to
pray you school yourself. But for your wife, she is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows the fits of the season. Dare not speak much further, but cruel are the times when we are traitors and do not know ourselves. When we hold rumor but float upon a wild and violent sea, each way and none. I take my leave of you. Shall not be long, I'll be here again. Things at worst will cease, or else climb upwards.
Sarah, your mama's dead. And what will you do now? How will you live?
As birds do, Mother.
What, with worms and flies?
It's what they get, I mean, and so do they.
Poor bird, thou'st never fear the net nor line, the pitfall nor the gin.
Why should I, Mother? For birds they're not set for. My mama's not dead, for all you're saying.
Yes, she is dead. How wilt thou do for a mama?
Nay, how will you do for a wife?
Why, I can buy me 20 at any market.
Then you'll find to sell again.
Thy speakest with all thy wit, and yet a faith with wit enough for thee.
Was my mama a traitor, Mother?
Aye, that she was.
What is a traitor?
Why, one that swears and lies.
And be all traitors that do so?
Everyone that does so is a traitor and must be hanged.
And must they all be hanged that swear in lie?
Everyone.
Who must hang them?
The honest men.
Then the liars and swearers are fools, for there are liars and swearers enough to beat the honest men and hang up them.
Now God help thee, poor monkey. But how wilt thou do for a mama?
If she were dead, you would weep for her. If you would not, it would be a good sign that I should quickly have a new mama.
Poor prattler, how thou talkest.
Bless you, fair dame. I am not known to you, though in your state of honor, I am perfect. I doubt some danger does approach you nearly. If you will take a hold of lady's advice, be not found here. Hence with your little ones. To fret you thus, methinks I am too savage to do worse to you or fell cruelty which is too nigh your person. Heaven preserve you. I dare abide no longer.
Whither should I fly? I have done no harm. But I remember now, I am in this earthly world where to do harm is often laudable, and to do good accounted dangerous folly. Why then, alas, do I put up this womanly defense to say that I have done no harm? What are these faces?
What is your wife?
I hope in no place so unsanctified where such as thou mayst find her.
She is a traitor!
Thou liest, thou shave-eared villain!
What? You young throw up treachery?
He has killed me, Mother! Run away, I pray you!
Ah!
No! 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 No, please! No! No, please, no! Murderer!
Seek out some desolate shade, and there weep our sad bosoms empty. Let us rather hold fast the mortal sword, and like good folk bestride our downfall and birthdom. Each new morn, new widows howl, new orphans cry, new sorrows strike heaven on the face. Then it resounds as if it fell with syllable of dollar. What I believe, I'll wail. What no believe, and what I can redress, as I shall find the time to friend, I will. What you say, it may be so perchance. This tyrant, whose sole name blisters our tongues,
was once thought honest. You have loved him well. He hath not touched you yet. And though I am young, something you may deserve of him through me, and wisdom to offer up a weak, poor, innocent lamb to appease an angry God.
I am not treacherous.
But Macbeth is. I must crave your pardon. That which you are, my thoughts cannot transpose. Angels are bright, though the brightest fell. Though all things foul would wear the brows of grace, yet grace must still look so.
I have lost my hopes.
Perchance, even there where I did find my doubts, why in that rawness left you wife and children? Those precious motives, those strong knots of blood, without leave taking. I pray you, let not my jealousies be your dishonors, but mine own comforts.
Oh, bleed, bleed, poor country! Great tyranny, lay thou thy bases sure, for goodness dare not check thee. Wear thou thy wrongs, for thee titles afeard. Fare thee well, my lady, for I wouldst not be the villain that thou wouldst think for the whole space in the tyrant's grasp, and the rich east to boot.
Macduff, this noble passion, child of integrity, hath from my soul wiped the black scruples and reconciled my thoughts to thy good truth and honor. God above, deal between thee and me. For what I am truly is thine and my poor country's to command. Whether indeed before thy here approach, I put myself to thy direction. Old Seward and 10,000 warlike men already at a point are setting forth. Now we'll together, and let our good fortune be like our warranted quarrel. Why are you silent?
Such welcome and unwelcome things at once. 'Tis hard to reconcile. See who comes here.
My countrymen, but yet I know her not.
My ever gentle cousin, welcome hither.
I know her now. Good God, betimes remove the means that make us strangers.
Lady, amen.
Stand Scotland where it did.
Alas, poor country, almost afraid to know itself. We cannot be called our mother but our grave, where nothing but who knows nothing is once seen to smile, where sighs and groans and shrieks that rend the air are made, not marked, where a violent sorrow seems a modern ecstasy. The good man's knell is scarce asked for who, and good men's die before the flowers in their caps.
Oh, relation, too nice and yet too true.
What's the newest grief?
That of an hour's age doth hiss the speaker. Each minute teems a new one.
How does my wife?
Why well?
And all my children?
Well too.
The tyrant has not batted at their peace?
No, they were well at peace when I did leave them.
Well, be not stingy of your speech. How goest it?
When I came here to transport the tidings which I have heavily borne, there ran a rumor of many worthy fellows that were, which was, to my belief, witness the rather, for that I saw the tyrant's power afoot. Now is the time of help. Your eye in Scotland would create soldiers. Make our elders fight, to doff their dire distresses.
Get their comfort, we are coming thither. Gracious England hath lent us old Seward and 10,000 warlike men, already setting forth.
Would I could answer this comfort with the like, but I have words that will be howled out in the desert air, where hearing should not latch them.
Well, what concern they? The general cause, or is it a fee grief due to some single breast?
No mind that's honest, but in it shares some woe, though the main part pertains to you alone.
Well, if it be mine, keep it not from me. Quickly let me have it.
Let not your ears despise my tongue forever, which shall possess them with the heaviest sound that ever yet they heard.
I guess at it.
Your castle is surprised. Your wife and babes savagely slaughtered, to relate on the manner of these murdered deer, to add to the death of you.
Merciful heaven.
Ne'er put your hat upon your brows. Give sorrow words. The grief that does not speak whispers the o'erfraught heart and bids it break.
All my children?
Children, wife, servants, all that could be found.
And I must be from thence. My wife. Killed too?
I have said,
Be comforted. Let us make medicines of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
He has no children! Did you say all my pretty ones? Oh, Hellkite, all my pretty chickens and their dam at one fell swoop.
feud it like a warrior.
I shall do so, but I must also feel it as a woman, for I cannot but remember such things that were most precious to me. Did heaven look on and would not take their part? Sinful Macduff, they were struck for thee, not that I am, not for their own demerits, but for mine. Fell slaughter on their souls. Heaven rest to them now.
Be this the whetstone of your sword. Let grief convert to anger. Blunt not the heart, enrage it.
O gentle heavens, cut short all intermission. Front to front bring thou this fiend of Scotland and myself, and within my sword's length set him. And if he escape, heaven forgive him too.
Come, we go to the king. Our lack is nothing but our leave. Macbeth is ripe for shaking, and the powers above put on their instruments. Receive what cheer you may. The night is long that never finds the day.
I have for 2 nights watched with you, but can perceive no truth in your report. When was it she last walked?
Since His Majesty went into the field, I have seen her rise from her bed, throw her nightgown upon her, unlock her closet, take forth paper, fold it, write upon it, read it afterwards, seal it, and again return to bed. Did all this while in a most fast sleep.
How great perturbation in nature, to receive at once the benefits of sleep, and to do the light effects of watching. In this slumbery agitation, besides her walking and other actual performances, what, at any time, have you heard her say?
That, sir, which I will not report after her.
You may to me, and 'tis most meet you should.
Neither to you nor anyone, having no witness to confirm my speech. Lo you, here she comes. This is her very guise, and upon my life, fast asleep. Observe her, and stand close.
How came she by that light?
Why, it stood by her. 'Tis her command.
You see, her eyes are open.
Aye, but their senses shut.
What is it she does now? Look, how she rubs her hands.
It is an accustomed action to seem thus washing her hands. I've known her to continue in this a quarter of an hour.
Yet, here's a spot.
Hark, she speaks. I will set down what comes from her to satisfy my remembrance the more strongly.
Out, damned spot! Out, I say! 1, 2. Why then, 'tis time to do it. Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie. A soldier and feared. What need we fear who knows it, when none can call our power to be account? Yet, who would have thought the old man to have had so much blood?
Do you mark that?
The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? Oh, what will these hands never be clean? No more of that, my lord, no more. You more with all this starting.
Go to. You have known what you should not.
She has spoken what she should not. I'm sure of that. Heaven knows what she has known.
Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. Banquo's buried. Cannot come out on his grave.
Even so.
To bed. To bed. There's knocking at the gate. Come. What's done cannot be undone. To bed. To bed. To bed.
Will she go now to bed?
Directly.
Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds to their deaf pillows will discharge their secrets. More needs she the divine than the physician. God forgive us all. Look after her. Remove from her the means of all annoyance, and still keep eyes upon her. So good night. My mind she has mated, and amazed my sight. I think, but dare not speak.
Good night, good doctor.
Sir, he is not. I have a file of all the gentry, their seaward son, and many unrubbed youths. What does the tyrant?
Great Dunsinane, he strongly fortifies. Some say he's mad, others that lesser hate him do call it valiant fury. But for certain, he cannot buckle his distempered cause within the belt of rule.
Now does he feel his secret murder sticking on his hands, now minutely revolts, upbraid his faith breach. Those he commands move and only command, nothing in love. Now does he feel his title hang loose about him like a giant's robe upon a dwarfish thief?
Who then shall blame his pestered senses to recoil and start when all that is within him does condemn itself for being there?
Well, march we on, to meet we, the medicine to cure our sickly will, and pour we each drop of us in our country's purge.
For so much as it needs, to do the sovereign flower and drown the weeds, make we our march towards Burnham.
Bring me no more reports. Let them fly all. Till Burnham wood remove to Dunsinane, I cannot taint with fear. What's the girl Mara? Was she not born of woman? The spirits that know all mortal consequences have pronounced me thus. Fear not, Macbeth. None that's born of woman shall ever have power upon me. Then fly, false stains, and mingle with the English epicures. The mind I sway by, and the heart I bear, shall never sag with doubt nor shake with fear. The devil damn thee black, thou cream-faced loon! Where gotst thou that goose look?
There's 10,000.
Geese! Villain!
Soldiers, sir.
Go prick thy face and overred thy beard, thou lily-livered boy! What soldiers, Patch? Death of thy soul! Those linen cheeks of thine are counselors to fear. What soldiers, Wayface?
The English force so please you.
Take thy face hence. Satan! I am sick at heart when I behold. Satan, I say! This push will cheer me ever, or deceive me now. I have lived long enough. My way of life is fallen into the sere, the yellow leaf, and that which should accompany old age, as honor, love, obedience. Troops of friends I must not look to have, but in their stead, curses, not loud but deep, mouth honor, breath which the poor heart would fain deny, but dare not. Satan!
What is your gracious pleasure?
What news more?
All has been confirmed, my lord, which was reported.
I'll fight till from my bones my flesh be hacked. Give me my armor.
It is not needed yet.
I'll put it on. Send on more horses. Scour the country round. Hang those that talk of fear. How does your patient, doctor?
Not so sick, my lord, as she is troubled with thick-coming fancies that keep her from her rest.
Cure her of that. Canst thou not minister to a mind diseased? Pluck from the memory a rooted sorrow. Raise out the written troubles from the brain. Or with some sweet, oblivious antidote, cleanse that perilous stuff from the bosom, which weighs upon the heart.
Therein the patient must minister to herself.
Throw physic to the dogs, I'm none of it. Come, put mine armor on. Give me my staff. Seaton, send out. Doctor, the Thanes fly from me. Come, sir, dispatch. If thou couldst, doctor, cast the water of my land, find her disease, and purge it to a sound and pristine health, I would applaud thee to the very echo that should applaud it.
My good lord. Your royal preparation makes us hear something.
Bring it after me. I'll not be afraid of death and bane, till Burnham Forest come to Dunsinane.
Were I from Dunsinane away and clear, profit again should hardly draw me here.
Cousins, now that the days are near at hand, the chambers would be safe. We doubted nothing.
What wood is this before us?
The wood of Burnham. Let every soldier hew him down a bough and bear it before him. Thereby we shall shadow the numbers of our host and make discovery ere report of us. It shall be done.
We learn no other but the confident tyrant keeps still in Dunsinane, and endure sitting down before it.
'Tis his main hope. But there is advantage to be given, both more and less have given him the revolt. None fight with him, but constrained things whose hearts are absent.
Let our just censures attend the true event, and put me on industrious soldiership.
The time approaches that will with due decision make us know what we shall say we have and what we will. Thoughts speculative, our unsure hopes relate, but certain issues, strokes must arbitrate, towards which advance the war.
Yeah!
Hang out our banners on the outward walls. The cry is still they come. Our castle's strength will laugh as each discord. Here let them lie, till famine and the ague eat them up. Were they not forced with those that should be ours, we might have beat them backward home. What is that noise?
It is the cry of women, my good lord.
I've almost forgot the taste of fears. The time has been my senses would have cooled to hear a night shriek. And my fell of hair would at a dismal tree ties rouse and stir as life were in it. I have supped full with horrors, direness familiar to my slaughterous thoughts. Cannot one start me? Wherefore was that cry?
The queen, my lord, is dead.
She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow. And tomorrow. And tomorrow. Creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out! Brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Thou comest to use thy tongue, thy story quickly.
Gracious my lord, I don't know what to say, but I know what I saw, but don't know how to do it.
Well, say, sir.
As I stood my watch upon the hill, I looked toward Burnham, and anon, methought, the wood began to move.
Liar and slave!
Let me endure your wrath if it be so. Within 3 miles, you see it coming. I say a moving grove.
If thou speakest false, upon the next tree shalt thou hang alive, till famine cling thee. If If thy speech be sooth, I care not if thou dost for me as much. I pull in resolution, and begin to doubt the equivocation of the fiend that lies like the truth. Fear not, Macbeth, till Burnham Wood comes to Dunsinane. And now a wood comes to Dunsinane. Arm it out! If that which he avouches does appear, there is nor flying hence, nor tarrying here. I begin to be aweary of the sun, and wish the estate of the world were now undone. Ring the alarm bell! Blow, wind! Come rack! At least we'll die with harness on our back.
Now near enough your leafy screens throw down and show like those you are. You, worthy uncle, shall with my cousin, your right noble son, lead our first battle. Worthy Macduff and we shall take upon what else remains to do, according to our order.
Fare you well. Do we but find the tyrant's power tonight? Let us be beaten if we cannot fight.
Make all our trumpets speak, give them all breath. Those clamorous harbingers of blood and death.
Yeah!
They have tied me to a stake. I cannot fly, but bear-like I must fight the corpse. Who is he that was not born of woman? Such a one am I to fear, or none.
What is thy name?
Thou wilt be afraid to hear it.
No, though thou callest thyself a name hotter than any is in hell.
My name's Macbeth.
The devil himself could not pronounce a title more hateful to mine ears.
No, nor more fearful.
Thou liest, abhorred tyrant, and with my weapon I'll prove the lie thou speakest.
Yeah! Thou wast born of woman, but blades I smile at, weapons laugh to scorn, brandished by man of woman born.
Either thou, Macbeth, or else my sword with an unbattered edge I sheath again undeeded. There thou shouldst be by this great clatter. One of the greatest notes seems broodied. Let me find him fortune, and more I beg not!
This way, my lady. The castle's gently rendered. The tyrant's people on both sides do fight. The noble thanes do bravely in the war. The day itself almost professes yours, and little is to do.
We've met with foes that strike beside us.
Enter, my lady, the castle.
Why should I play the Roman fool and die on mine own sword? Whilst I see lives, the castles do better upon them.
Turn, hellhound, turn!
Of all men else I have avoided thee, but get thee back! My soul is too much charged with blood of thine already.
I have no words. My voice is in my sword. Thou bloodier villain than Trent can get me out! Ah!
Thou losest labor! As easy mayest thou the entrenching air with thy keen sword impress, as make me bleed. Let thy blade fall on vulnerable crests. I bear a charmed life, which must not yield to one of woman born.
Despair thy charm, and let the angel, whom thou still hast served, tell thee, Macduff was from her mother's womb, untimely ripped.
Accursed be the tongue that tells me so, for it hath cowed my better part of man. And be these juggling fiends no more believed, who palter with us in a double sense, who keep the word of promise to our ear, and break it to our hope. I'll not fight thee.
Then yield thee, coward, and live to be the show and the gaze of the time. We'll have thee, as our rarer monsters are, painted on a pole, and under it, here you may see the tyrant.
I'll not yield. To kiss the ground before young Mara's feet, and to be baited by the rabble's curse. Though Burnham wood be come to Dunsany, and thou oppose, being of no woman born, yet I will try the last. Lay on, Macduff, and damn be him who first cries, hold, enough.
Ha! Ha!
I would the friends we missed were safe arrived.
Some must go off, and by these I see so great a day is cheaply bought.
Macduff is missing, and your noble son.
Your son, my lord, has paid a soldier's debt. He lived only but till he was a man, the which no sooner had his prowess confirmed to the unshrinking station where he fought. But like a man he died.
Then he is dead?
Aye, brought off the field. Your sorrow must not be measured by his worth, for then it hath no end.
Had he his hurts before?
Aye, on the front.
Why then, God's soldier be he. Had I as many sons as I have hairs, I would not wish them to a fair death, and so is Nell as Noel.
He's worth more sorrow, and that I'll spend for him.
He's worth no more. They say he parted well and paid his score, and so God be with him.
Hail, Queen of Scotland! Behold where stands the usurper's cursed head. The time is free. I see thee, encompassed in thy queendom's pearls, who speak my salutations in their minds, whose voices I desire aloud with mine. Hail, Queen of Scotland!
Hail, Queen of Scotland!
We shall not spend a large expense of time before we reckon with your several loves and make us even with you. My thanes and kinsmen, henceforth be earls, the first that ever Scotland in such an honor named. What's more to do, which would be newly planted with the time, as calling home our several loves abroad, who fled the snares of watchful tyranny, producing forth the cruel ministers of this dead butcher and his fiend-like queen, who as 'tis thought by self and violent hands took off her life. This, and the little else that calls upon us by the grace of grace, we shall perform in measure, time, and place. So thanks to all at once and to each one, whom we invite to see us crowned at Scone.